And when we can start to release this energy that we have blocked to protect us, to keep us safe, to not hurt us, there's so many different reasons why the heart is blocked. But once you can start doing that, you're acting out of a place of alignment, you're acting out of a place of love, you're acting out of a place of authenticity, and you're really allowing others to do the same too. Because when you can show up in love and when you can show up with an open heart, you're also giving permission for other people to do the same. And once you can start doing that, you can see these effects amplify within so many different circles, right? So you just showing up and doing the work to actually open your heart up and connect with others from a more heart-centered place has an effect that's way beyond what you can even imagine. Hi, welcome. So today we're going to talk about the heart. And honestly, I've just been feeling so flowy lately in such a good way. And I think I can connect this to me doing just a lot of heart energy work and really getting my nervous system back into coherence, back into its natural state. And a lot of this has been through focusing on my heart. So I heard a little bit ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, that I need to keep focusing on my heart. I need to open my heart. And partly because I've just been hearing that, and because I often have heart stagnation where I just feel a lot of energy, and that freaked me out. That freaked me out. Okay, that should be good. If you're wondering, I'm also sitting on a block right now. If you don't have one, they're really good for meditation. So you just like sit on them like that, and what happens is your knees, because usually like when you're sitting, obviously your butt bone, your tailbone is underneath and your knees are just kind of uncomfortable. So if you can place your tailbone on something and then your knees, obviously lower to that, just feels a lot better. You're extended and you can open your heart, obviously, which is what we're talking about today. So yeah, where was I? So yeah, I've just been feeling like, okay, Emily, it's time to just let go and open your heart a bit more. And this came from, a few things. Like, obviously, I have been feeling like there's just a lot going on in this energy center, and this has been happening for a while. So I did, oh my goodness, that freaked me out again. One sec. Okay, we should be good. The little light that I have behind me keeps like falling down, and it is scaring my heart. So what I was saying was that, so I had a Kundalini awakening, which is basically, I can explain this in another video. I had energy basically wake up that was dormant within me from the base of my spine to the crown of my head. It was amazing for about 1.5 months. Amazing in the way that it literally felt like I was living on a different reality. I wasn't completely sure if I was going crazy or what was going on. Yeah, there's just a lot of stories I could tell you with how different everything was with that. I was having huge healings within my body. Anyway, and then, another experience happened, and it was so overwhelming that I honestly got scared and I stopped doing the practices. I would still obviously do my meditation, but I wouldn't do the full breath work and I wouldn't do the full activation, getting this energy circulating through my body, because I was scared that this thing was going to happen again, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have the tools to help me explain what was going on. And basically, long story short, I pretended that it didn't happen. And obviously, once you start that process and that energy stops circulating, it started, and you can't just stop it. But what I did was like feel like, that's not happening. And I went really into the mind. And when I went into the mind, I got, coaching and mindset work and all of these different things about your thoughts and about the way you're thinking and about obviously mindset. And I love mindset, right? That's what I just love to do. I love learning about that stuff. And I went really deep into that. So yeah, I kept my meditation up, but I didn't keep the intensive energetic practices up because yeah, I was scared. I was scared. It was a lot for me and I didn't know what was going on. So what happened was that I stayed with my mindset. I retrained my mind and how to use my brain and all of that. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. You can literally retrain your subconscious mind and you can, accept any thought that is coming into your conscious mind and not allow it to get into your subconscious mind. This helped me tremendously in so many different reasons. And I was like, I found the key. Like, this is amazing. So I had learned from some of the best people and it was just awesome. But then I shortly realized that there was a deeper part, a more energetic part. There was universal intelligence flowing through my body that for me, just ignoring that and focusing on the mind, it wasn't the complete picture. And so I recognized this when I was in Thailand and my partner and I were in a hotel and I could just feel my body just vibrating. Like I didn't know what was going on. I did literally every technique that I had been taught. So, it's starting with your mind, it's starting with your thoughts. So let's change the thoughts. Let's create a different visualization. Let's do a meditation. Let's do some breath, like all of that. And what happened was I just had a full-blown panic attack, like in the hotel room. Nothing was going on, literally nothing. My partner was sleeping and I woke him up and I was just freaking out. My nervous system was freaking out. Everything was freaking out. And yeah, there's a story with that, which is funny now that I look back. And yeah, it was this full-blown thing where it was just really hard to explain. But after that, I noticed, okay, I don't have the complete picture. I need to start actually working with the different energy bodies. And, although I want to believe that it's all in your mind and it's all of these different things, there's something different happening that I actually need to take into consideration. Like I actually need to go and work with this because it's already happening. I know it's happening. I've had the experience. I know what's actually real and what's available to me and that I can't just ignore it, essentially. So yeah, so then I started doing more energy work and really circulating this energy. But then life got in the way. My dad passed away, which I think also like that grief in my heart, which there was so much grief in relation to that whole experience. Even before he physically passed, there was just a lot of blocked energy in my heart. And honestly, when I look around and when I feel other people, it's really present. Like there's blocks within people's hearts that are restricting them from fully showing up, from fully connecting with people, from really sharing their truth, from really expressing themselves, from really opening up and trusting. And yeah, I just think that I'm feeling this so heavy right now. And everyone that I'm kind of with or feel out, I understand that there's a lot of blocked energy. And when we can start to release this energy that we have blocked to protect us, to keep us safe, to not hurt us, there's so many different reasons why the heart is blocked. But once you can start doing that, you're acting out of a place of alignment, you're acting out of a place of love, you're acting out of a place of authenticity, and you're really allowing others to do the same too. Because when you can show up in love and when you can show up with an open heart, you're also giving permission for other people to do the same. And once you can start doing that, you can see these effects amplify within so many different circles, right? So you just showing up and doing the work to actually open your heart up and connect with others from a more heart-centered place has an effect that's way beyond what you can even imagine. So I think it's really important that we start to actually do this and we start to work on ourselves first and show up for ourselves and open our own hearts for ourselves, but also see the ripple effect that that actually has on everyone that you come into contact with, either physically or non-physically, right? Because we are all connected. So yeah, I just wanted to share why I think it's so important right now, how resonant it is with me personally right now, the effects that I'm seeing by really doing this, or really focusing on this center and really allowing myself to let go in a way to heal those parts. I'm always so shocked because I've been doing energy work for years now, very intensely, and I'm always shocked about how much there is that still needs to be released. So it's not like a one-time you're healed forever, at least in my experience. Maybe for you, and that would be amazing, and I would actually love to hear that if someone has had that experience, because that would be cool. It's just not my experience for me. It's like the continuous things of shedding deeper and deeper layers of actually being able to open, and it feels like, you know, it's not really the same things that are coming up, but through the time that I've been working on literally every energy center, because another thing is that to get the energy in your heart, you need to also open up your first energy center, your second energy center, your third energy center, and then have it within your heart. Once you can have it within your heart, you can magnetize this energy, but it also needs to come up through the base of your spine and start, you know, activating that way. Because yeah, sometimes if you do feel heart energy blocked, it's actually maybe not fully because your heart is blocked, which probably in some ways it is, but maybe because your first center, your second center, and your your first center, your second center, and your third center are blocked. And then it's like you're feeling some energy coming through, and yeah, all of these different things. So you do kind of need to get those, and those are the ones that I feel like within the spiritual community, like not fun, but they're necessary, and they're also really important. As I said, the mindset's so important. It's so good, it's gold, whatever you're thinking, it's absolutely so freaking important. But working on your body and clearing space for those ideas to actually integrate within your body and within your field and within your system is also so important. And I feel like there's not enough emphasis on that part because it's coming from a really mind-centered place rather than actually embodying that and then energetically being a container to hold that and then attracting those things to you. And also, so if you have your heart closed, you can have the experience of manifesting and knowing exactly what you're doing and all of these different things. But if your heart isn't activated, your heart's the magnet, right? Your thoughts are giving off the ideas and getting the ideas, and then your heart is actually bringing those ideas in. It's your magnetism. So you need to get this energy center activated and cleared and get some of these fear-based distortions and these pains out of your energetic field, and then you'll start feeling just so good. And I just hope that for everyone.